What's up, guys? This is Ryan with Ryan Wallace Math and Gaming. Another treat for you. I am revisiting yet again for the 1000th time Hollow Knight, my #1 favorite game of all time. I always say that Super Smash Brothers that I've played, I played Super Smash Brothers for 20 years. It's a way of life. It's more than a video game. So that way I can call Hollow Knight my favorite game of all time. If I had to choose, obviously it would be Smash. But, here we go. We have Hollow Knight. Anyway, so this is Steel Soul. As you can tell, I have Steel Soul in the upper left. You cannot die. If you die once, the game permanently erases. I have about 107% right now. I have gotten 111% before on my PS4 and 112% Steel Soul full game completion on my Switch. So I have done this before. This is not a Steel Soul video. I'm just doing Steel Soul again. This is the Delicate Flower. As you can tell, I am checking my maps to remind me where to go. So if you need to get the Delicate Flower, it is way off in the resting grounds. I think it's the Guardian Lemur or something. Way off in resting grounds. She gives you a Delicate Flower, and if you carry it all the way across the map to Queen's Gardens and lay it at the grave of the Traitor's Child, you will get the very last mask shard. If you look at my masks, I have 10. I should have 8, but I do have the Unbreakable Heart equipped. That gives me an extra 2 masks. That's why I have 10. Once I get this last mask shard, I will get 11. Now, notice what I'm doing right now. There is a strategy to this. There is a big strategy to this, which I will go over later. Notice I did not start the video with Lemurs, or whatever her name is, in resting grounds. I also didn't start the video from where I started all the way at Traitor's grave, because it was just taking too long. So, what I meant to say is that this is getting the last mask shard. I will get 11 masks. Okay, here's my strategy. And you know what? If you want a surefire way to have a stress-free route, I'm almost there. Do what I'm doing. Go backwards. Start at the Traitor's grave in Queen's Gardens. That's what you have to do. Start it there. And then it will take longer. You can risk it. Go straight to the Delicate Flower and try to just go across the map. And you know what? Oh, man. My man Quirrell. This is where he dies. He dies right there. Anyway, TMI. Anyway, you can risk it, and I'm sure super skilled players can do this, and I actually have done it before. You just get the Delicate Flower and just go all out with all enemies in your way. What I'm doing here is a strategy that I figured out a long time ago. If you kill all the enemies in your path before getting the flower, and as long as you do not save, man, this is critical, guess what? The main enemies will not respawn. They will be gone. And you're going to see this in this video, to where I pretty much have a free path to Queen's Gardens where I want to go. I don't care about these guys. I can heal. I'm just getting hit. I don't really care. I don't have the flower yet. In Queen's Gardens, after you super pound the grave and go down, you want to go up to where that little chest is, and then go up to where the light is. This is who I'm talking about, right here. Do not, if you do this strategy, do not sit on that bench. Because as soon as you sit on that bench, everything resets. Like, all bad guys respawn. This is the Grey Mourner. That's right, I'm sorry. She was a guardian of the Pell Court. Now she's just the Grey Mourner. I have not played the Pale Court DLC because I believe it's only on PC, which sucks because I only play Hollow Knight on the PS4 and the Switch. Man, I wish I could play that. Alright, so here we go. I have the Delicate Flower. Alright, It really doesn't matter. You can do this strategy in regular mode or Steel Soul. It does not matter. I mean, for real, if you get hit at all, the Delicate Flower still gets destroyed no matter what. So it's okay. I'm just doing it in Steel Soul right now. Notice I am now retracing all my steps. See those bad guys that I just beat right there? Gone. For your reference, I did put where I'm at the map. There are many pathways to get to Queen's Gardens, to where you need to go. And a lot of different Hollow Knight players will say, hey, go this way, go this way, go this way. I have probably done this little challenge probably 6 or 7 times successfully, and I've done a whole different set of paths. In my mind, this is the most stress-free after I kill all the bad guys. So look where I'm at. I'm in Infected Crossroads right now. Do not hit any bench. Watch out for the bad guys. I didn't kill that bad guy. Now, little disclaimer. I do mess up in the next minute or two. I forget my path where I came from. So remember, I went from Queen's Gardens to where I was going. I know I have to go up here, and I just mess up in a little bit. Those guys respawn. The little tiny guys that are just floating around, they always respawn no matter what, even if you don't get a bench. But those are just one hit, especially if you have ultimate sword, ultimate nail, and it's good. Normally you have the Vengefly, King, infected dudes right here that will attack you, but I already killed them. So this part of the video in my retracing you did not see. So I already did this part coming from Queen's Gardens going to the Grey Mourner. So once again, I didn't want to include that in the video because I thought it'd just be too long. I think I get lost here for a little bit. Yes. Yep. Okay, I go down. Do not go down. Don't go down. Boom. Because I'm like, wait a sec, I thought I killed that guy. That should have been a red flag. My man Grim killed that exploding bug and saved my life. He saved my life. Grim, thank you. Guys, I did not come this way, and I'm going to soon find this out. I think I'm like, wait a sec. And then all of a sudden, I'm in fungal wastes, and I'm like, wait a sec. I did not come this way. And now, now I go back. And that's just an example of what not to do. So I go right for a little bit. This is where you find the fungified little gourd thingy down there. It's an entry in the Hunter's Journal. Now I realize, I'm like, oh my gosh. Knowing that I was going to make this for YouTube, I was like, and I messed up. But you know what? It's okay. So don't go down. I'm at this point. This is where I was going. So now I'm back on track for a little bit. I think I mess up one more time, briefly, very briefly. Watch out for those spikes. Just keep going. And I showed you the map right there just so you know where. There are a lot of those infected Vengefly Kings, those little vultures that'll attack you right here. Once again, they're gone because I already killed them. This is the last time that I say it. I just cannot emphasize enough. If you have a little extra time, this is where I messed up. I go back. Because, guess what? Oh yeah, Isma's Tear. I can go in the acid. This is where I was coming from. If you have a little extra time and you just want a stress-free path, when you have the Delicate Flower, do this. This is the hardest part right here. Because the electricity and the little tiny squids, even though I killed them on the way to Grey Mourner, they do respawn because they're like the tiny little ones. Just take your time. You know, any skilled platformer can easily just whoop, go through. Just make sure you don't get hit by the lightning, don't get hit by the squids. I still have the Delicate Flower. I have not gotten hit yet. See where I'm at. I'm almost there. And once you really get past this part, besides the very end, and if you've done this before, you know what I mean. I'm not getting on that platform. I'm just going to swim in the acid. Once you get to the very end, that's where just a little tricky platforming is with all the thorns. But once you essentially get past this part, it's a piece of cake. Still have the Delicate Flower. Have not gotten hit yet. And this is for the very last Mask Shard. If you know where all the Mask Shards are, I believe all of them are just either you know, you get one after fighting a boss or you get one after exploring. This is the only mask shard where you really have a side quest. Okay, look at my map where I'm going. I just want to double check where I'm at. I am going to go down and then to the left, and then it's a straight shot. It is. I'm going to go down from Fungal Fog Canyon right now. You'll see where my head was at. Go down a little bit and then just go straight left, and it is all the way left after this. Gotta be careful right here. That's where you go left. See, I did the map again. Please don't jump. If you jump, you kill yourself and get the delicate flower destroyed. So, and listen, this is where the benefit comes in from pre-killing your enemies. Besides these guys. Those guys are super easy. They will respawn no matter what. There's a lot of hornets, whatchamacallit, mantises, flying mantises that shoot the circle things at you here, but they're already dead. So really, if you look at it, I've fought no enemies. Everything is fine. Here we go. We're almost done. I have to go up, and then I have to go to the left. And this part is just like kind of dumb, tricky. It's like you oversimplify it, but there's some platforming, and the flying green enemies right there, like, they'll just attack you out of the blue. And I'm just like, I'm using all my soul and spells on these dudes, because I have lost a delicate flower by these guys before when I first started doing this. Okay, hardest part right here. Just go for it. Go to the very edge and dash. Boom, just like that. Jump, dash. Drop, dash. You got it. Plant it. Boom. The delicate flower lives forever now. Mantis child bows to me, thanking me. And you're not done yet. Notice that the mask shard does not show up, but guess what? You are now essentially done with all the long stuff. I'm going to Dream Gate. There's I am right there on the left that you saw. I have to go. If I didn't Dream Gate, I have to go all the way to the other edge of the map. No joke. Dream Gate is one of the best things in this whole game, because I can do that. You cannot Dream Gate with the delicate flower. It will be destroyed. So for those of you like, oh, just Dream Gate with the flower, and no, it won't work. Trust me. You can't do the stag. Can't do any of that. I Dream Gated to King's Station, where I always had my Dream Gate. It's kind of central, I believe. I can go wherever I want. And then I'll just quickly go to Resting Grounds. I'm almost done. I'm just going to go all the way back down super fast to the Grey Mourner and get my last mask shard. So I didn't really have commentary on where I went. I wanted you to just rely on, you know, kind of my video, and I did some maps right there. So it's essentially go across Blue Lake, Infected Crossroads, go down to Fog Canyon, go left to Queen's Gardens. These guys I don't really care about, even though it's crazy that they take 2 masks. I'm just hustling. I'm done. I delivered the delicate flower, and I want my prize. So after this, the Grey Mourner goes away and leaves the very last mask shard. I remember doing this for the first time like 2 years ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing, that little side quest. But once I realized that, hey, just don't save it, don't sit on a bench, and then the main bad guys stay dead. So, alright, there's my 11th mask. I have 11 because I have Unbreakable Heart on. And I think that's it, right? I go through this, I show you my charms right there. I think I do Dreamgate back. I'm going to get that one next, my Lifeblood Core. I know exactly where that's at. You just have to equip all the Lifeblood charms, go down to the Abyss, and then it'll unlock after 15 Lifeblood masks. It's easy. Alright, well, guys, listen. Thank you for watching. I know I've done a lot of different videos. I'm coming back to Hollow Knight. The end.